into Aquarius season, energetically, mentally, and spiritually, something's going to go like this. Welcome to Daily Gooder. Welcome to Daily Gooder. Buenos dias. Buenos motherfucking dias. So, I told you I just got done exercising. These braid outs literally be lasting like 24 hours for me. I gotta wash my hair, put in a cute bang. I'll be back in the streets, okay? Now, for one, there are those that have been around, so they already know what's going on. And then there's new people here. So I would like to say welcome and welcome back. One thing about it, two things for sure. I always want to give gratitude to God for keeping me ahead of the game. I always want to say thank you, God, for keeping me ahead of the game. There are a lot of messages that I have said over the last 6 to 8 months that are now. They're here. They're here. Yeah. And the more I acknowledge that and the more I walk into that, the more appreciative I feel. I've been speaking about the ancestors for a minute. And I've been telling you the ancestor thing was very, very, very present. And the ancestors, see, I've been talking about it in a sense of so you can understand it for yourself. But see, now the outer world is about to understand it. So, there's been a lot of controversy going on about a lot of things. And one thing that I want everybody to do is keep your mind focused, okay? This is not a time to get distracted. This is not a time to, believe everything that you hear instead of believing who yourself. Now, we're going to talk about 3 major things right now. It's going to be health. It's going to be health. It's going to be finances, and it's going to be resources. Those are the 3 things that we're going to discuss in this live. In this video real quick. And this is downloads, okay? The biggest thing that I want everybody to pay attention to is, I know y'all see what's going on with the fucking airport and the transportation system of our world. They had a system outage. Now, I tweeted this and I said, it seems like to me it was a hard reboot. If you want to look at it from a different perspective, okay? Why do I say it's a hard reboot? Because of the fact of the more people that lack integrity in the fields that they're in, the more God is going to be like, restart. And every time that the system goes down, things are delayed. What does that do? That costs people money. Another thing that I'm realizing is there was this energy where we kept saying about, I had brought this download up about the City of Ember. And if you remember the movie City of Ember, basically it was a movie where all these people lived underground. There's no power, and the government was trying to keep everybody in this like illusion that there was no power, but somehow they had resources for power and shit like that. And it was 2 people. It was a messenger and it was another girl, it was a boy and a girl. They went together, which gave me masculine and feminine. Okay, they both had an assignment in order to bring the truth about what is happening, that was happening in this like government or whatever, right? So the outages that have been happening are symbolic of the reboots of that area. Now, I had brought up a couple months ago about, you know what I'm saying, that it was going to flood in certain areas because we weren't done with the emotions now, right? The other day, the verse of the day was, hold on. I want to say this was yesterday. No, this is actually today. But the earth will be as full of knowledge of the Lord's glory as the seas are full of water. And I had kept telling people about this water thing was just full of emotions. It was full of emotions. It was full of emotions. It was nothing but emotions. And if you haven't watched my Secrets of Lilith and Leo, go watch it. Because when I tell you, I was ahead of the motherfucking game. Ahead of the motherfucking game. And I just want to say, I am so grateful I am so grateful because the way that my ass was on top of that, I was on top of that. So I was telling them that back then we had a lot of information. Like, it was just a lot of information that was based off opinions. And it's funny because Lil Duval tweeted today. He was like, 2023 is definitely giving a little bit of 2020-ish. And I was like, so I went to go and I tagged my video on his tweet, and I was like, I just want to put this here. Y'all can go watch my video, you know what I'm saying, that I posted, you know what I'm saying, when y'all ready. Because this is exactly how the shit started in 2020. Well, 2019, all the other countries had to seem to be on one accord, and then we seem to be the last ones to know. And what I think is hilarious is there was a man that worked for Southwest that was saying that there was a system update, a system outage that was going to happen, and they fired him. Anybody that seems to have some type of true knowledge and not based off an opinion, and there were facts, I told you they were going to be supporting details that were going to support what those people were saying. They have been supporting details on everything that I said over the last year. So another thing I want to bring up about this finances is, when I tell y'all, it is the transfer of wealth. We might not see it that way. You know what I'm saying? My hand's dry. We might not see it that way. We might not see it like this. This is considered the transfer of wealth. You know what I mean? Some people might see this in the sense of like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe we're going through this. This is not right. And in reality, sweetheart, if things are crashing, you do realize don't nothing crash unless it's being rebuilt. The whole 2023, the north node of Aries and the south node of south node of Libra is about the SAA. And I told y'all it was structure, act, and then it was amazing grace. Okay, we can't get to the amazing grace until we knock shit down. See, I told y'all 2023 was 717. 717 is luck, new beginnings, endings is endings to new beginnings to luck. You know, I will say there are people that have had the gifts of all the clairos and stuff like that, that there are, and I put this in one of my tips of 2023, that the Lord was bringing his biggest homies to the front. So you didn't need to be going around talking about, oh, is it me, Jesus? Is it me, Jesus? No, it's not you. It's not you. If you're asking, you know it's not you. And that's not even trying to be funny or trying to be petty. You already know, because what the world is going through, you personally went through that shit last year. You personally went through that shit last year. And you are now being put in a position, like, that's why I told y'all, praising celebrities, dead. Praising people that have more money than you, dead. All that is dead, because it's all built off an illusion. Okay, the North Node in Taurus has really put this thing in people's spirit to show their godly consciousness, their godly frequency. And what we are starting to realize is that it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how much power you have a very low God confidence. A God, what didn't I say that? I was like, your spiritual esteem. Thank you. Your spiritual esteem is very low. And that's why God was like, I need you guys to raise your spiritual esteem, because once you raise your spiritual esteem, you'll be able to, you'll be able to handle the public, you'll be able to handle the finances, you'll be able to handle the mind, the mind control, you'll be able to handle the emotional control, you'll be able to weather any storm. Capricorn season, and I'm saying this for collectively, has getting everybody to understand how to weather a storm. If 2022, like when I look at 2022 for myself, I realized that I kept myself looking one way to the public. I needed to look one way in front of the public. I didn't care what people thought. I needed to just look a very, very generic way. God needed everybody to look very generic. Why does he need you to look generic? Because, thank you, because this is why God needed a lot of people to look generic. There was this build up. There was this playhouse. There was this dress up that has been happening. So God needed to really hide certain things. Like, you know, it gave me like a whole thing of like, and I brought this up one time about Easter, about how the egg and the golden egg is normally in the most randomest place around grass, just in plain sight. It's just if you actually are being, if you're focusing enough to see it. So when he gave me this word this morning as I went to go work out or whatever, I'm like, I always knew I was the truth. There's nothing that I said that I haven't stood on. It was if you were going to listen, if you were going to see it. It gives me that whole saying about like you were hidden in plain sight or you were diamond in the rough and stuff like that. But when I realized why it happened, because it made me like feel like, oh my God, like I didn't like the way I was looking. My hair was, he was like, you're missing the point, sweetie. You knew why you did that. You knew why you knew, because this was 2022. Everything was an aesthetic. And I told myself I'm going against the entire aesthetic. I'm going against the aesthetic. Because you know, when you go against the aesthetic, when you go against the norm, it weeds out those that you don't need around you. It weeds out those so they know who was the truth and who was lying. The way this Aquarius energy is sneaking up on us for us to be like, boop, the truth is here. The champ is here. It's so crazy because Stomp the Yard, I watched Stomp the Yard. And if you remember Stomp the Yard, you remember how DJ, basically, he was like, we're going to double up on these niggas, da, da, da. But he made the decision for himself. This is that Leo energy. Just follow me. That's that Leo energy of royalty, of ambition, of pride, or whatever. Just that. Boom. So then he gets to college. You know what I'm saying? Gets to the frats or whatever and stuff like that. Now I'm telling you, this is about like-minded individuals. When he once was with the dance crew or whatever, they didn't have a strong mindset to not follow. So they basically just kind of fell up under his wing, right? So boom, he now becomes another fish in a bigger sea. See, and I told Leos this. I said, I don't know if I was talking to a client or what, but I told him, I was like, you only comfortable in that little pond because you know once you get to the big ocean that you know you gonna feel like you left out. And so there were points in my like in myself that I saw that, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I don't look like the average spiritual girl. Like, I don't look like the average content creator. Like, I don't look like that. And it made me feel discouraged at first, but like, it never killed my self-esteem because I'm telling you, I'm extremely confident in myself. I love myself. But there are things that I was insecure about that, honestly, like, I was insecure in a sense of like tricking my mind. My mind was playing tricks on me. Because for one, I am the truth, okay? And two, you know what I'm saying? Like, beautiful is an understatement, okay? And I love myself. And I've had to love myself through everything because that is what makes me me. That's what makes me feel comfortable. Because I was realizing at the times that I wasn't loving myself through everything, where I was trying to cover myself up with lashes and weave and nails and face and makeup and all that shit, and knowing damn well I'm actually fucking losing it. So it made me like, so the times that it might have looked like I was going through something, I actually wasn't going through anything. I actually was perfectly fine. And that's when I knew you need to really focus on your own aesthetic, because trying to focus on the aesthetic of other people is going to bring the wrong crowd. It's going to bring the wrong group. And that is exactly what we're seeing in 2023, because as we're in this 7 of the chariot, and that's Cancer, but that's, you know, the home, we're also in this Aquarius energy that we've been in. The Saturn has been in Aquarius. Now Venus is in Aquarius. Some other things are going to be happening where we're going to be in a more Aquarius energy, and Lilith is in Leo. So to handle all the issues of Lilith and Leo is to handle in Aquarius. So boom, DJ got to the got to college, and he went with the frats or whatever. And it was 2 frats. It was a frats that they wasn't fucking with him until they seen who he was. So once they seen who he was, they was like, oh shit, yeah, we need him. He gonna win. But in reality, they didn't really fuck with him, and they didn't fuck with his energy. You know what I'm saying? They really didn't fuck with him. They just wanted to see what he could do for them. Then you had the Thetas that was like, look, if you're looking for a brotherhood, if you're looking for this, if you're looking for something that's more stable, come fuck with me. So then he had to place his ego aside to be like, that's all you're offering? You Gamma just gave me something, you know what I'm saying, a bigger offer than that. And he was like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, He went out on a limb. He went out on a limb for them. And he went out on a limb basically that, like, you know, because he knew that he was a good, you know what I'm saying, a good candidate or whatever. But he didn't match the aesthetic of a theta. Just think about this. He didn't match the aesthetic of a theta. Since he didn't match the aesthetic of a theta, that's why they was like, nah. And you remember they kept saying, like, he not going for that ghetto shit. He not going to put that in there. And come to find out, it was this balance in between. And I'm telling y'all, it makes me think of that Juno and Aries that I think is coming up really soon. If it's this week or next week, it's coming up because it's a new beginning to where it's like people are just going to look good together. The business, it don't matter if, you know what I'm saying, it's a P-Valley with a motherfucking Microsoft. All of a sudden, they're just going to, like, it to the world, it's going to look crazy. But when I tell you, it's a dynamic duo for them to blow up things. And it's crazy because Red Lobster sent me this email about one of the specials that they're doing. And I want to say the special that they're doing is a dynamic duo. I definitely feel like that. And that's exactly what happened. So as he was with the Thetas, you remember he was like, you know, like, we gotta try something new. And so then he was like, you know, the captain was like, nah, we're not doing that. He was like, nah, for real, like, come on. So then he was like, I bet you get your guys, I get my guys. So at the club, whatever, they battled. And remember, he went out of motherfucking things, started stepping. It was like we didn't practice that. You see what I'm saying? You now you going against you being selfish instead of being in a group. So remember, after he did that, you know, they schooled him, whatever. He came outside, and, you know, Neo was like, see, that's the thing. It's not always about you. We a team. Now, remember, this is the exact same thing that Chris Brown told him in the beginning. Like, see, that's typical DJ. You think it's always about you. It's not about you. We a team. So it was like this loop that had been playing for you to come back around to understand, like, it's something about how it comes back around. I'm telling y'all, the way they keep playing this in my head, because it's taking me back from last Capricorn season. No, sorry, not 2022, 2021. 2021 Capricorn season. That is the season where a lot of people had this mindset of, like, we're going to double up on these niggas. And shit crashed up under them. It's like they end up putting themselves in the jail. They end up doing this. They end up doing that. So then this Capricorn season came around, and it was like a second opportunity. Now, the part that a lot of people are about to, like, this is hit or miss. This is why I try to tell you, this is hit or miss. This is that Three of Pentacles energy that I'm telling you, a lot of people, they missing it. Once you got through that first shift from the winter solstice to the full moon, you had to let go of something. People, a house, a job, and it was imperative, or you were just going to put yourself in another karmic cycle. Then you have between, I think I said like the 8th or like in like the 14th or the 12th, I don't know. And this was your recovery to really sit down and say, look, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I want to, not even like how, excuse me. This is the vision that I see. I'm telling you, it's the same thing in that. And basically is, there's a part of you that feel like you messed up just a little bit, just like how he did. He was like, damn, I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Where you kind of got to surrender. And this is a part where you're going to have to surrender to God to say, look, I kind of messed up a little bit. Can you help me? And come to find out, you realize that you didn't mess up. Because you remember, he was actually embraced. When he thought that everybody turned their back on him, he actually was embraced to be like, all right, now show us the new move. So now he was put in charge. When I tell y'all, I hope you have peeped the lesson that you need between this time. When I tell y'all, I've peeped my lesson. Fear and doubt is something I can't deal with. And also understanding that if you already feel it in your spirit not to do something, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Regardless if it's a person, a thing, don't do it. This is for you to understand, how do you stand in love alone? How do you really understand how to stand in love alone? And the third thing about the health, so finances, all that, this message ties into both of those because they end up winning. But it's based off this collaboration. But the only way that he was able to collaborate is once he actually was vulnerable, took accountability, and opened himself up. Okay. Then, so health. So the thing about health is, so as you guys been seeing, there have been people that have been passing away from various things. Okay. And some of them, the common denominator that a lot of them are saying is the vaccine. Now, I'm not trying to put fear in your heart. I told y'all I've already taken it. But one thing that God is trying to tell me is you just need to stay active. Okay. That is one thing that you need to do. You need to be monitoring your health. You need to be monitoring your movement. You need to be monitoring a lot of things. And make sure you are drinking a lot of water. A lot of water. And you need to understand that it literally says on Psalms 91, and it's 11:11 on the clock. He had me read this last night. Whoever goes to the Lord for safety, whoever remains under the protection of the Almighty can say to him, you are my defender and protector. You are my God, and you I trust. He will keep you safe from all hidden dangers and from all deadly diseases. He will cover you with his wings. You will be safe in his care. His faithfulness will protect and defend you. You need not fear any dangers at night and sudden attacks during the day, or the plagues that strike in the dark, or the evils that kill in daylight. 1,000 may fall dead beside you, 10,000 all around you, but you will not be harmed. You will look and see how the wicked are punished. You have made the Lord your defender, the Most High your protector, and so no disaster will strike you. No violence will come over you near your home. God will put his angels in charge of you to protect you wherever you go. They will hold you up with their hands to keep you from hurting your feet on the stones. You will trample down lions and snakes, fierce lions and poisonous snakes. God says, I will save those who love me and will protect those who acknowledge me as Lord. When they call to me, I answer them. When they are in trouble, I will be with them. I will rescue them and honor them. I will reward them with a long life. I will save them. The way this energy is going, that's going to be the prayer you need to recite every day. And I remember telling Kansas that y'all need to read a chapter of Psalms every day. It was something about the book of Psalms. Then we've been talking about this. And it's funny because I didn't even read this on the back. On the back, Joyce Meyer says, God's words spoken out your mouth regularly produce a powerful, victorious life. So make a decision to get started today. I don't care if you read the Bible. I don't care what you do. But you need to be asking God about some powerful words that you need to be able to speak over your life right now, because you're going to need it. Because the way the energy is, it's not going to be one major event and then we all going to be distracted by that one major event. When I tell you we're going to get hit back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Because now with masculine energy is action. Action. And Saturn actually goes into Pisces in March. Saturn will be doing something for people that have Pisces in their chart. So wherever you have Pisces in your chart, you might want to just pay attention within the next couple of days, because you're going to feel the effects of it first. So this could either be rewarding or it could be detrimental. Okay. And that is like, when I tell y'all, I've done nothing but get my motherfucking life together. Like, seriously. Like, when I tell you, I took my break or whatever, y'all know, I went out of town. Came back in town, and child, when I tell you, first of all, let me tell y'all something. When God tells you to do something, you can't expect that you do something and then like the next thing you need to do happens the next day. The way things are having to be strategically done, thank you. The way things are having to be strategically done are not just it's for more than you. It's bigger than you. So if God told you to leave a job on Wednesday, you can't expect to start the next job on Thursday. And I'm not saying things like that don't happen. Please don't think I'm saying that. That's not what I'm saying. But I want you to release that expectation. Release it. Why do I say you need to release it? Is because there's so much external destruction happening that you can't get caught in this wind fire. Like the way he keeps putting this message on my heart about not getting caught in the wind fire. You don't need to get caught in the wind fire. You don't need to get caught in the wind fire. You don't need to get caught in the wind fire. And also about like safe places. Something about safe places has come up real big lately. So like you need to be paying attention to what's a safe place right now. Like a lot of y'all are being put into safe places before your next destination because you can't be out in the wild. I hope this is making sense. And I hope you guys are taking notes because with when we get into Aquarius season, energetically, mentally, and spiritually, something's going to go like this. Because for one, Lilith and Leo, she feels the need to have to roar in Aquarius season. She feels the need to roar, and she couldn't do it. She had to play it safe when she was in Cancer. Lilith had to play it safe. She was real fragile. She was real sweet. She was very nice. And she was trying to be, you know what I'm saying? She was hurt. She was bruised. She was battered. When we hit Aquarius, she need to say it. And she gonna say everything. And she gonna put everything out on the forefront. So like, if you don't have a passport, please go get your passport. Like, I don't think you guys are listening. Go get your passport. If you get any type of leads, like if you're okay, right now everybody's looking to be a UGC, everybody's looking to be a content creator, everybody's looking to do that. Now, this is what I want to tell y'all, and I promise y'all I'm not knocking y'all. You need to know how to be a public-private content creator. A public-private content creator. You need to understand, what are your boundaries when it comes to the internet? What are they? Why do I say that? Is because you are going to see more people that are truly authentic be put in the spotlight, to where you thought you were going to be in the spotlight because you're a rapper or you're a singer or you're a dancer or you're everything, or you just happen to go viral based off of celebrities' posts. You going to go viral by yourself. You're going to be in the spotlight by yourself. And you don't have a wing of a record label, or you don't have a wing of a manager up under you that's higher up. That's not how this is going to work. You need to know how to do that by yourself, because if you don't, that's how a lot of these people back in the industries back in the day, that's how they got bamboozled, because they told them, oh, you got to be in the spotlight. You need to put this on the spotlight. You need to put that in the spotlight. And you ever realize that the people that are most secretive don't seem to be the ones that are like as famous, but they end up being the more like wealthier people? This is the energy that we're going into, because I'm trying to tell y'all, this is a dog eat dog world. And as the universe is crumbling down and people are losing power, it's having them lose their minds. They played a prank on this girl that she's Instagram famous and she's verified on Instagram. They played a prank on her, and it was like, we're taking your verified check away. She lost it. That's just an Instagram thing. Think about if people's empires are being taken from up under them. How do you think they're losing it? People are losing it. That whole digital money thing, I'm not saying that you shouldn't invest in digital money, because at the end of the day, it's another form of income. But I'm just trying to tell you, you need to think smarter, not harder. And you need to start doing your research about a lot of things, okay? If you get any type of breakthrough, any type of financial anything, be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Do your research. Do your research. There's a lawyer for everything that you need in life. Do your research. You're going to need it. If you are trying to with your taxes, if you're trying to invest into your taxes, do a little bit of research. So when you ask for these people to do certain jobs for you financially, you know the questions to ask them so they don't bamboozle you. When I tell y'all, everybody, the financial department, and this is not financial advice, but the financial department, everybody's about to think that they are fucking Bill Nye, the motherfucking financial science guy. Everybody's going to think they fucking earn your leisure. Like, everybody. Karma is coming back in ways that are going to affect people's stability. When people don't feel stable, they normally try to take from anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they normally have built, they've burned all the bridges. As there's a lot of us that are actually, you know what I'm saying, we are, you know what I'm saying, like, we're getting over the bridges and we're understanding it and all that type of thing. There are other people that they have done nothing but burn bridges and burn bridges and burn bridges and burn bridges. So since they've done nothing but burn bridges, now it's in a sense of like, where, fuck a bridge, I'm coming to take what I want. You don't need to put yourself in that environment. Like, something about that energy is very significant. Something about that. And it's really affecting a lot of people right now. Aquarius season is the 11th house. And I know I'm ahead of the game on this, but Aquarius season is the 11th house. Is the 8th house, the 11th house, and the 4th, the 8th, and the 11th. Those are the Aquarius houses that we'll be working on. So I want everybody just to pay attention. I just want everybody just to pay attention. Knight of Swords. All this shit is happening quickly. Look, what did I say about the finances? Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. What did I say about breakthroughs? Don't say nothing. Go get. This is that 11th house community, like-minded, and get your ass the fuck on. Get your ass the fuck on. For real. Get your ass the fuck on. It was 31:11 on the clock. Get your ass the fuck on. Like, you gotta get out. You know, I just keep hearing, you gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta go. You gotta get out. Just, you guys are quantum leaping. Look, Page of Cups, I'm trying to tell you, you guys are quantum leaping. And this is crazy. I keep talking about this quantum leaping thing because Spirit is trying to get everybody to understand what true quantum leaping is. I started watching the Quantum Leaping show, or the Quantum Leap show on Peacock. And in the show, he literally quantum leaps into other people's bodies to help them do something, right? He quantum leaps. When he gets there, he has to get adjusted because, for one, he don't know who these people are, what these people do, but there's a hologram which is his fiance in his 2022 life, but he be all the way in like 19 something. When he jumps in the human body, he has to like look very awkward and very weird. He's very uncomfortable for a second, but he waits for her, and I'm gonna say angelic presence. And it's funny that the Temperance is here, angelic presence. When she comes in, why the fuck did the video cut off and it kept on da-doom, 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 as I was saying about the hologram thing? Of angelic assistance, like I said. And every single time he had to wait till she comes. So basically on her end, she had to like find him to where he's at. She would find him, go pop up, and she would have to give him a rundown of like who the people were around him, what everything. That is the energy that I feel. Like, regardless if you know it or not, you might be quantum leaping around people you've been around and you don't even realize that you're quantum leaping around them. Like, how can I explain it? It just gives me that whole thing I was telling y'all about Harriet Tubman, about the Underground Railroad. And they had like safe houses, or I can't remember what that was back in the day, but that's what it gives me in a physical form, where like you might went from this place to that place to this place to that place, but it was, and that's exactly what his was. His was that he was quantum leaping in all these different people until he actually got home. And it was 1:11 on the clock, and they're gonna say that in the show a lot. the Magician and the Knight of Cups until he got home. This all started back in Libra season, though. A lot of y'all started quantum leaping back in Libra season. You didn't even know it. You didn't even know it. Didn't even know it. This is the feminine energy now surrendering. Because your masculine energy is about to go wherever. And confidently. 10 of Cups. 7 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. The ancestor presence is a protection. There's a lot of protection that's happening right now from the outer world. There's a lot of protection that's happening from the outer world. And the solar plexus is the gut feeling. You know, it's so crazy. I had told myself, I said, you know, I think I'm going to drink some ballerina tea. And not going to lie, ballerina tea definitely be having you on the motherfucking toilet with your stomach cramping. But I will say it cleans you out. You feel more clear. Ace of Cups, you feel more clear. You know, when hold on, let me see what transit is about to happen that I keep hearing it. The ringing in y'all ears will stop in like a couple weeks. Mars goes direct on tomorrow. Juno goes into Aries tomorrow. Oh my God. The Sun in Capricorn sextiles Neptune and Pisces. It says our collective intuition gets a major boost. What did I say about the energy flipping? Or no, I said that in Aquarius season. But what? And I don't know who I was talking to, but I was like, you know, your psychic abilities will be in heightened very soon. And especially when Saturn goes into Neptune. Saturn goes into Pisces, excuse me. Our collective intuition gets a major boost during this enlightening aspect. It is a good day to practice manifestation and trust your gut in your business and financial decisions. Venus in Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus. Not a great day for romance, as we're all a little anxious during this nervous transit. It is easy to get into arguments where it's no clear winner. This is trying to get y'all past that power struggle thing. And then Mercury goes direct on the 18th. It says 2023 may have started off on a difficult note, but we're finally gaining clarity as Mercury goes forward in determined Capricorn. Now is a great time to develop a game plan on how to achieve your dreams and get your resume out there. If you made any drastic if you made any big changes in Mercury retrograde, you were supposed to. That was the only way you was going to do it, because if you didn't, if Mercury wasn't in retrograde and you made that big decision, you would have overthought it and you would never did it. Yeah, because on that same day that Mercury goes direct, a good day for making power moves as we feel like the boss today. Take on leadership roles that will help you achieve your goals. Just don't let any power trips go to your head before you officially take the crown. That's what I mean. If you made any drastic type of changes in Capricorn season, look at the King of Pentacles. He keep popping out, because the way this King of Pentacles, when I tell y'all, the way the King of Pentacles has this energy to him of he's playing chess right now. There's this game of chess that's happening between the collective, and if you aren't playing chess right now, baby, you're playing checkers. And if you're playing checkers, you're fucking losing and you're behind the game. And you know, the one thing in chess is you have all the way until the clock runs out to make the move. That's what's happening right now. You know, at the beginning of the game, they be, hitting the timer. And then towards the end of the game is where they kind of really start to look at the board and see okay, because that's the energy you should be in right now. A lot of the questions that people are asking you right now, I don't know. You need to just say anything, because it don't even matter what you're saying to them, honestly. If you want me to be honest, it doesn't matter. And you need to keep saying things like you'll figure it out, or God's already taking care of it, or everything just works out for me. You just need to say things like that. Just keep that energy going. Keep that momentum going and the fact of that it's not a clear answer, but it's not an answer. It's still an answer. And if people are trying to dig deep, you know damn well that's that nosy spirit, and you need to get the fuck from around them. So those that are I'm telling you, wherever your safe place is right now, if you have people that are just like, okay, this is God showing you who exactly is for you and who just sees of the come up you are on. Pay attention to that right now. Pay attention to the people that are around you that truly want to help you, or the truly people that just, the people that pray for you, not pray on you. That is something y'all need to pay attention to, because a lot of y'all are in energy of people that they see something's moving around you and they just want to be around it. They just want to be in the front. They just want to know. No, 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 no. You ever seen somebody stand over somebody while they doing something? They be like, quit standing over me. That's what a lot of y'all got people in y'all energy doing. And some of y'all just got people that they just want to support you. They just want to help you. They just want to love you. They don't really give a fuck what you're doing. They just want you to be safe. God says, say that. There are people in your life right now, they just want you to be safe. And there's some of them that they just want to see what the fuck you're doing because they can feel it. I'm telling y'all, you think you can feel good shit happening to you, other people can feel good shit happening to you. Pay attention. Pay attention. Another thing is, y'all need to go outside and just go outside. I know it's cold, but y'all need to take a couple laps and go outside and talk to your ancestors and start allowing them to break down that chain on your heart. Because yes, you have opened your heart, yes, but you need to open your heart for the barriers to allow information and allow them, their presence, to come in, because you've never had them. And I'm trying to tell y'all, it's more than just one ancestor. It's a whole community of them that's trying to help you bring this. But see, this, it has to come down this loop, okay? So a lot of outside energy, a lot of moving around. I don't know about anybody else, but I've been getting up early as fuck in the morning. Early as fuck. Like 5:36. And I was getting tested like that a couple months ago, and I just wasn't doing shit when I wake up. And now I'm starting to actually get my ass up and like go work out, go record, go do this. So it's like now I have a whole day to either do what I want, chill, relax, surrender. But I at least got my body moving at the beginning of the morning. A lot of water. Y'all need to drink a lot of water. Okay. If you could do a detox between this week, today and like next Tuesday, do that. Okay. Definitely need to clear the path, because there's a heavy download that'll be coming in probably the next 3 days. A heavy download, heavy download. If you are about to start your cycle, you really need to secure your peace in this time, because you are very sensitive on it, and you're spot on. Your intuition is spot on. Okay. Yeah, the moon, your intuition is spot on. A lot of y'all who just came off your cycle, you don't even realize you're at the peak. Like, bitch, you at the top of your intuition right now, and you don't even realize it. That cycle was killing off a part of you that didn't believe in yourself, and now you are at the peak. You're on the brink of something serious. Even though this is the devil and this is like toxic stuff, this is Saturn. You at the top of it. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. There's a heavy download that's coming. And when I tell you whatever this download is, keep it to yourself. And I have to keep saying that to y'all. Stop talking. That's what I've been trying to tell y'all. Y'all need to learn how to strategically lie. Y'all need to learn how to throw people off. Just, my thing is, keeping things to yourself doesn't mean that you're not keeping it real, right? Turn right to it. The power of words. May the words out my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing in the sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Keep my tongue from evil and my lips from speaking deceit. Thank you. Help me, Lord, to keep my mouth shut and my lips sealed. The mouth of the righteous man is a well of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. The mouths of the righteous bring forth skillful and godly wisdom, but the preserved tongue shall be cut down. He who guards his mouth keeps his life, but he who opens wide lips comes to ruin. A soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. A soft answer turns away wrath. I have joy in making an appoint answer, and a word spoken at the right moment. How good it is. A word spoken at the right moment. You know, a majority of these come from the book of Proverbs. What is the book? I think before I speak, because the mind of the wise instructs his mouth. The power of life and death are in the tongue, and they who indulge in it shall eat the fruit of it. A word fitly spoken and in due season is like apples of gold in settings of silver. The Master God has given me a well-taught tongue, so I know how to encourage tired people. He wakes me in the morning, wakes me up in the morning, wakes me up, opens my ears to listen as one is ready to take orders. That is exactly what I did. It was 12:33. I walked outside. As I was on my walk, I told you I was getting messages, downloads. As I sat by the fucking pond, God was like, go look up Jeremiah 29:11. It was a message. I'm telling you, you open them up. I don't know, something about being outside just opens up. It's like, because, you know, outside, there's no restrictions. When you're in a room, the energy can bounce off the walls. But when you're outside, the energy can flow wherever. And you know what else has been crazy? Why I've been seeing birds and all of a sudden the birds just vanish. Shit been weird. Out of the fullness of the heart, the mouth speaks. The good man from his inner good treasures flings forth good things. And the evil man out of his inner evil storehouse flings forth evil things. On the day of judgment, I will have to give account for every idle word I speak. For by my words, I will be justified and adequate. And by my words, I will be condemned and sentenced. Let no foul or polluting language, nor evil word, nor unwholesome or worthless talk come out of my mouth, but only such as is good and beneficial to the spiritual progress of others, as is fitting to the need and the occasion, that it may be blessing and give grace to those who hear it. I want to enjoy life and see good days, so I keep my tongue free from evil, my lips from gall. And it's funny, trust. It's on page 222. We're going to read one from trust. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a shield to me because I trust and take refuge in him. For who is God but the Lord? And who is a rock except our God? God is my strong fortress. He guides the blameless in his ways and sets me free. Majority of those books, the majority of those, all the things that I did, baby, was in Proverbs. And it's funny, the power of words. And what did I read at the beginning of this reader? I'm trying to tell you. It's getting wacky out here, man. It's getting wacky. You need to make sure you're speaking your truth. And you see how I said the words. Lilith is now in Leo. She gonna say some shit outright. She gonna say some shit outright. And it's funny how I call that the secrets. She about to put all her secrets out on the front line. She's the keeper of the secrets. She's gonna put all her secrets on the front line. Watch. Just remember I told y'all that. Okay? I love y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to my texting app. I'm gonna do more. I think I want to do more like collective videos. You know what I'm saying? Like energy videos and stuff like that for them. And you know, I don't know. I just feel like there's a certain thing with discretion. Not everything needs to be put out in the public. So remember that. I love y'all. Bye.